This
Is the lunchroom,
lunchroom
We're-
where the feed might be mid.
where the combos are elite.
Let's dig in.
How
Let's
we're
see.
saying it at the same time. I don't really know. Like we change it every time.
I know. It's just I don't know. I tried to roll with it, but it just didn't work like that for me. But
I mean, you were you were waiting. Like at first, I'm like, all right, I'm just to let him do it. But then it looked like you were like waiting for us to say something. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna leave you out to dry.
hey, regardless of all the mistakes, the show must go on, and I'm gonna roll through the punches as I always do. So we're here on a special holiday edition of Lunchroom Lore. Welcome to all of our viewers. It's great to have you guys back, even though we can't actually see you, but nonetheless, happy holidays to all of you. Before we get into anything, Mr. Harris, you requested about a minute of everybody's time today just to say something.
Yes. Okay, so on the podcast, you guys have been asking us to take a look at anime, and I am going to proudly say that I have taken a look at an anime since we have gotten started, and I have taken a look at an anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. And Jujutsu Kaisen is a fantastic and extremely confusing anime that deals with a kid who ended up losing his grandfather, and his grandfather's last words were that he become a good person and that he helps other people. And so after hearing these words, he ends up saving his friends from a curse that is attacking them. And through that, he ends up eating a demon and all that stuff. And so he ends up becoming a jiu-jitsu sorcerer, and he ends up getting caught up in this tangled web of the dark world. And it is a really, really good anime. I watched both seasons that are out, and I even saw the movie prequel that came out. That was probably some of my favorite content that I've seen. It was really, really good, and I highly recommend it to you guys.
Mr. Harris, what's funny about that is I don't know if this is actually an anime or not, but I've
Yeah.
started watching Attack on Titan.
It is an anime.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of season 1. All my friends have been telling me to watch it, so I actually have also started anime. I'm in the middle of Attack on Titan. I couldn't really I can't really go into detail what's going on. I mean, it's still pretty fresh. Like it's season 1, and
Yeah.
my friends told me once you really get into it, it's just one of the greatest shows ever. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
That is awesome. See what we do for you guys? See what we do?
Well, I don't read the comment section, so I can't really act like I contributed to this, but probably like 5 years ago, I watched a few episodes of something called One Punch Man that apparently was a very popular anime.
Ooh.
My cousins are really into it. Unfortunately, I'm like the only cousin that, not that I dislike it or I'm not a fan of it, I just haven't really given it a shot. And as Mr. G and Mr. Harris know, if you tell me to watch something, I'm one of the worst people to actually follow through with that. So I did watch a few episodes. I thought it was cool. So that's my only contribution to this anime conversation. But, respect to all the anime viewers out there.
Yeah, Mr. Carlos, thank you so much for watching a few episodes a few years ago. That is big time.
I appreciate
Thank you for watching.
anytime.
Thanks for watching 3 episodes 3 to 4 years ago. You are a saint. Thank you.
Hey, I do what I can. So that's a great way to start everything off, Mr. Harris. But before we jump into anything else, we wanted to bring this one thing that we used to do back in the day, or a few months ago, I should say. This is when we first started this podcast, which is our ins and outs, especially as we end our first semester of the school year and as we get into the holiday season. So let's see what's in and what's out at this time of the year, which is December-ish, about to enter the new year. So who would like to start here for us today?
I can go first.
All right.
I think an out for me is definitely going to be an out for me is going to be stress. And I know that that's really, really hard, especially in the holiday season, because like this is probably the most stressful time of year, but I am not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about breaking the bank just to have that holiday cheer and to do all that. I believe that my presence is also a present, and that by showing up and being there for people, I can spread just as much holiday cheer as I would buying the most expensive gift. So an out for me is going to be the stress of the holiday season, that financial stress and the mental stress that comes with that. And an in for me, which I am really, really excited about, is dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate, and so this is the time of year where a bunch of students get me dark chocolate and my family gets me dark chocolate, and so I get to have my absolute fill of dark chocolate in the holiday season. So that's a huge in for me right now.
I love that take. I I feel like I only have dark chocolate around Christmas time, and then I have it, I'm like, I mean, it's legit. Like,
It's good.
it's just good. It's like,
And it's good
I
for
don't
your
know,
heart too. You're like,
yeah, and you just don't have it a lot. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna if I'm at the store, I'm buying what, like a Reese's cup. But then you're right, students will buy you like a bunch of dark chocolate, and it's like, I do enjoy it. So I like that one. For me, out being above 50 degrees on Christmas Day. I'm so sick and tired of
ooh,
it. Like, I just snow, please. Just snow a little bit. Just like, there needs to be snow on the ground. But like, it can't be like the day after Christmas, sure, be 60 degrees. But I'm so tired of like a muggy, random 50-degree, just wet and soggy Christmas. It just ruins the vibe, and I can't stand it. And that could be a hot take. Some people might love the warm weather. I don't. It's Christmas time. Part of the reason why I like Christmas in like the northern states that are cold is because of like the snow during Christmas time. I find that part of Christmas. You know what I mean? Or part of the holidays. So I want snow during the holidays. My in is gift giving. Kind of how Mr. Harris said, what's out is stress. When I find myself buying gifts for others, I don't even check the credit card statement. I'm just buying. I'm just swiping. I'll deal with that later. For some reason, when I get around around the holidays, I spend 3 times as much on other people than I do on myself the entire year. And I'm okay with that because that's what the holidays are about. I enjoy seeing somebody else open a gift I got them more than opening gifts myself.
I agree with that. That's a good one right there for sure, Mr. G. All right. Well, for me, I'm gonna say what's out. Wicked 2. I think now that we're finally getting past that
all
phase.
right.
No,
And that's all the time that we have for today. This was a
no,
great
let him
episode.
finish.
Whoa, whoa,
Let him
whoa!
finish.
I don't think
You
I
will not
will.
suppress him.
I think I will.
I
No.
My voice is getting. This was
Okay,
not an
calm down,
attack.
Alphaba.
Go
This was
ahead.
not.
Go
This
ahead.
Not
wasn't even
every voice
directed
needs to be
at
heard.
Mr. Harris. I just wanted to speak my truth,
No,
and I'm getting
this is
silenced,
no.
especially.
This is targeted. This is targeted.
I'm getting
This
I'm
is
getting silenced
targeted.
during the holiday season of all
And
times.
Go ahead, Mr. Carlos. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
What's out is Wicked 2. It's starting to get off of my For You page. There was a period I didn't even watch the movie. The fandom. It's time to move on. We already got past part 2. There's not going to be a part 3. No more prequel. No more sequel. None of that. And I have respect for the actresses and all the actors, but I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's time to move on, and that's just where I'm at in terms of what's out of this holiday season, especially as we go into different movies. Like Avatar is out right now. Apparently, there's a trailer for Avengers. We need to be more excited about. We're done with all this wicked stuff. Unfortunately, it didn't have a very high percentage on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not sitting here judging it. I'm just saying it's time for it to go, as especially late December, about to enter the new year, 2026. I'm done hearing about it. I don't want to see any more memes about how weird they are with each other on the red carpet. It's all good. It's just
Give
time
us
to go.
Ariana Grande back.
It's time to go.
We want her
And
back.
Mr. Harris, I have all the respect in the world for you, and that was not directed to you.
No, you don't.
That was
No, you
directed
don't.
towards
You
Wicked 2.
literally made targeted statements.
And if that's how you want to take it, that's I
I I I think that was a great out.
That was a
Thank you
terrible
very
out.
much.
That
And
was a terrible
I
out.
have a feeling maybe I speak for the small minority. I am a minority myself, so
Don't.
we'll move on.
And I
So
think you need to stand up for yourself, Mr. Lucaros, personally. I
I
think
do.
it's time to take I think that's what Alphaba would have wanted you to do, personally.
The old me, when Mr. Harris started cutting me off when I was about to start that statement, the old me would have just sat there and took it. But actually, Alphabet inspired me to really just stand up and fight that power that's trying to hold me down. So I just wanted to make sure that my voice was heard. And, thank you for your time on that one. So back to, what's in. For me, hot chocolate. I really don't drink it that often, but I'm really liking it right now. Especially, I know it's not like really snowy outside, but something about December, just drinking it on a good day with some marshmallows. My mom makes a great Filipino version of hot chocolate. Mr. Harris, are you cringing at the Filipino hot chocolate, or are you still like upset by?
I'm curious about the Filipino hot chocolate, but I am still upset by your out.
Okay, I just want to double check, but
What
because
is a Filipino hot
anyways,
chocolate?
but yeah, if you want to try it sometime, you guys are more
What
than
is a
welcome to.
Filipino hot chocolate?
So,
Would love
uh,
to.
I don't know how to describe it. My mom, it's what she made back in the Philippines when she was younger, and she has it in our house now. It's really good. So you guys are more than welcome to try it. If
I
Mr.
would
Harris
love
is
to
not
try
still
it.
upset by my out, you're more than welcome to try it as well. You're always welcome in this house, even if you're upset with me. So it's all good. But yeah,
I
those
would
are
love to try some.
Mr. G. You're always welcome to. But thank you for your time on that. Those are my personal ins and outs of the holiday season. So, drop yours in the comments or put it in the TikTok comments. Up to you. We're all ears.
Out,
Um,
Wicked 2, and hot chocolate.
Mhm.
That's very sound. Wow, everyone, I both of you, great ins and outs. I couldn't agree more with both of you. It's fantastic. Well done, guys.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it wholeheartedly.
um, so speaking of out, John Cena.
Mr. Harris, you alive?
What?
Did we lose him?
I don't know. No,
One second.
he's moving.
1 second. 1 second.
Wow, he's got to gather his thoughts.
All right, I'm back. Speaking of outs, John Cena.
Oh,
He's out.
the
He
goat.
he is out,
Um,
and we don't mean that in a negative way.
oh, no, not at all.
And Mr. Harris, now he wants to
Anyway,
act like he's trying to be happy that he's gone, but really now he's just trying to rage bait because mine wasn't rage bait. It was just a pure statement. But if he has anything negative to say about John Cena, then he's just not in the Christmas spirit or the holiday spirit.
It's like Drake.
so anyway, Mr. Lucaros,
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts. Like, what'd you think of the matches from John Cena's final rendezvous?
I thought it was perfect. I thought it was
What would you grade
everything
this one?
that it. Oh, that one? Oh,
Yeah, what would you grade
that
this
was
one?
an 8 out of 10 before Drew McIntyre interfered because Obafemi, he is the future of WWE. And obviously, Cody Rhodes is the current quarterback, per se, of WWE. That's a debatable topic, but we're going to get into that another time. But it was the future versus the current present. I wish they let them finish off the match. It was amazing. Obafemi's entrance is amazing. Mr. G, when you start to see him come to the main roster, you're gonna think he's super lit. That's all I gotta say. But
About to say, oh,
I would give
Femi.
it an 8 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if Drew McIntyre didn't interfere, but I understand why they had to do it.
All right, next one.
I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I don't really think that Sol Ruka should have beaten Bailey. I think it's a little too early. Bailey's low key being disrespected. I know she's like a veteran. She's supposed to like, boost people up, but she's just losing way too many matches. I think they could have went a little bit longer. I understand there's time constraints on a show. I thought it was a great opportunity for Sol Ruka though, even though she's still in NXT. But maybe one
Can I
day when she comes up, I hope she
can I
can
ask you a
use that
question?
momentum to go forward. What's up?
What was the So why were there so many like NXT people like wrestling WWE people?
Well, it was John Cena's wish actually to kind of promote the younger talent because that's what he wanted to do
Oh,
later in his
okay. Wow.
career was to how do I put this? Like really like promote the new guys and trying to like elevate
Yeah.
them. And anytime that somebody has a match with John Cena, they usually end up being a lot better. So, for
Oh,
example,
that's cool.
like when Solo Sikoa went against him back in like 2023, I want to say it was he was still like very like quiet and like still not like doing too much. Not many people knew about him, but then the fact that he beat John Cena, now he's like, oh, like this guy's like legit. Like he can go out there and compete with the big dogs on campus. So anybody who
Okay.
got that, that John Cena rub that they say, they got like more popular, their sales went up, they became more promotable, they had more reason to be put on TV. So that was kind
Oh,
of
wow.
what one of his last things were to do was like he wanted his last show to not just solely be about him. And it wasn't even
Yeah.
about like other feuds or stories going on at the moment. Obviously, like the last one, it was about him, but everything else he wanted to make sure that there were new people and new faces that were put on the card.
Yeah. So was there any build up to these matches with them being
Nope.
okay?
Um,
They were just
it was
there.
just kind
Cool.
of like they kind of just announced it on like a SmackDown and Raw. They said like Obafemi is going to be facing WWE champion and he's the NXT champion.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, cool. Like this is probably something that you can only play in 2K, but now it's going to happen in real life. So then the fact that
Yeah.
they kind of trust to put somebody in that position to go against Cody because you're not going to just be some bum going against Cody because like
Right.
Cody's time is kind of money as WWE champion. So they got to put somebody presentable out there, somebody who's going to put on a good fight, and he did and I'm very happy. I love that the way they did it. It was just kind of like a true showing of what John Cena's career was all about.
Oh, wow. What do we grade this one?
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Also, I think it was a lot of fun. Um, the two guys on the right, also brand new talents, Javon Evans, and I kind of forgot the other guy's name, so I apologize. But AJ Styles is another person that likes to, give back to the younger wrestlers, and that's exactly what they did here. I know Javon Evans was in the last time is now tournament to face John Cena. Obviously, he wasn't going to win because he had to go against Gunther, but the fact that he was just even put on that card, I believe this dude's like younger than me. I want to say he's like
Oh,
22
wow.
or something like that. And
Whoa.
he's like one of the most like exciting people like in WWE right now. And he's not even on the main roster
Wow.
yet, but now he's been facing like all these major talents and he's been getting like compliments left and right and I'm very excited for his future. So that was an amazing showing for him. For the people that don't watch NXT regularly like myself, but just to see him get that opportunity in such like an important show, awesome opportunity for them.
Nice. And finally.
Um I don't know why Gunther is holding that title because he hasn't had that since summertime, but nonetheless,
Oh, crud. I
it's
grabbed the
okay.
wrong image. My bad.
This one, I don't know. This one could be a hot take. 20 out of 10. Beautiful. Cinematic. It was
Whoa.
amazing. I could not have
Whoa.
imagined John Cena going out in any other way. I'm,
Whoa. 20 out
yep,
of 10. Please, please,
20
please,
out of
please, please,
10 because
please
I know a lot of
elaborate.
people were upset that he lost and the fact that he tapped out. But if anything, that is just a true showing of the type of person that he is to give back to WWE. He gave Gunther that moment of like, you're the one who retired him, and now he is getting booed out of every single building. People are booing him in the streets. People are booing him at the airport. That is what they wanted to see. They wanted to make him the most evil guy in the world. And they did, and he's playing off of it really well. But I think it was also
Oh,
just an amazing goodbye for John Cena in a way, because somebody that says, I never give up, hustle, loyalty, respect. He gave up, but he did it with a
yeah.
smile on his face because he knew that his time was up and everybody else's time is now. That was not really. I didn't mean to play on the words like that, but I did. But
That was poetic.
that's why it was a 20 out of 10.
I
Wow.
I think that he had to lose. I don't know if you're surprised that he lost. I mean, you don't know the business. He had to lose. He couldn't. I mean, you can't beat like Gunther is the next thing. You kind of had to lose. I was a little surprised they had him tap, but in a way, it kind of is like, first of all, they were going to make John do anything he didn't want to do. So, for all the fans who hate it, John Cena was like, "Yeah, let's do it." Like they were going to let John do whatever he wanted. Um,
Right.
but it like like Mr. Lucaro said, it really is like his whole thing was never give up. My time is now. I thought it was pretty poetic that like his last match was like his first tap out. Like he tapped out, he gave up, he's done. And I think John Cena, I mean, he's been saying like, once he's done, he's done. Like it's not like, some guys are done and they come back for like a little like 2-month thing. Like we will never see him wrestle again. And it's like a chapter of like our childhood is done. Like the only thing we got left, guys, is LeBron James. Like once LeBron retires, that's officially the end of our childhood. I think LeBron James and John Cena are the last two things remaining. So, and LeBron's probably got maybe one more year left, sadly.
Mm-hmm. I
But
agree.
well said, Mr. Lucaros. I agree with what you said. I loved the match. I did watch that match. I didn't watch the others, but I did watch the John Cena match. At first, I don't know if I liked Gunther as the opponent, but now I think I'm okay with it. I'm you know me, I'm a nostalgia guy. Like he already went like him and Randy just had that. Like I don't know, I felt like him and Randy would have been a cool way. But I think this is more meaningful. Like a match of him and Randy Orton wouldn't really be meaningful now. Yeah, so I do think this has a little more meaning on it. So it was a great match.
Sick.
Mr. Harris?
I had yeah, I got nothing. All right. So, Mr. Lucaros, as we're on
Mhm.
the topic of anime, there is one that you seem to gravitate towards more than most, and that would be a little anime called Pokemon.
That is correct. I guess sometimes it's debatable on whether Pokemon is considered like an anime in like the larger culture, but at the end of the day, like it still fits the criteria of an anime. I think it's just so popularized by like video games and like regular culture that people kind of forget that it is technically an anime, and it is one that I grew up on. I still play the video games. I'm still a big fan of it, and I see that you have pulled up a PowerPoint that I made about
Well,
6 years ago.
yes, and like just to emphasize on your point, it is a Japanese cartoon, um, and it is animated in the anime style. So yeah, it does fall under the criteria of an anime. And so you did make this presentation how long ago?
About 6 years ago.
Ah, wow.
And for context, why Ash Ketchum and Pikachu are the real villains, Mr. G was present for the one and only time that I showed this to a group of summer campers. I will say right now, I do love Ash Ketchum, and I solely made this to disagree with somebody just for fun. But as I was making it, I didn't realize that in the process, I was actually making pretty good points. So I was kind of just doing it just to, as the kids say, rage bait somebody. But I ended up having a lot of fun with it. And I feel like I made some pretty valid arguments that some of the kids ended up agreeing with me about.
I definitely agreed by the end of it. Like I actually think I think it's almost like a High School Musical Gabriella thing. Like I think Gabriella is the real
Oh,
villain of High School Musical. I think
yes, we know, and we will get into that in an episode because you're wrong. All right, but Ryan,
Whoa.
you were saying,
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
well,
Before we even get to the next slide, it really goes along with the theme of like getting your voice silenced. And Mr. G, I'm sorry that Mr. Harris just did that to you,
I mean,
we
but
are
I didn't even get
focusing.
I didn't even get the thought across yet. It was just something he disagreed with, so I just got shut down. I mean, Sharpay literally was
Okay, that's so
getting
fantastic. I love that. We're gonna
she
save
was
that for
getting
another
Troy
episode.
Bolton college
You're
looks
so
and bringing him face to face with college scouts and literally putting him on a pedestal, putting him first. All Gabriella did was get him in trouble all the time
She literally was putting
and
herself
mentally
first.
abuse him. Like, bet on it was because
What?
he was really like, bet on it.
What?
Banger of a song
What?
was really between
What?
him,
No.
like my future or this girl that literally is just doing her own thing and like doesn't care at all about me. Like that's literally what the song's about. He's literally like, do I throw everything I've worked so hard for my entire high school career for this girl that I met on New Year's, or do I lock in and go get a full ride scholarship and work on my golf game and really become a legend? And then, you know, he obviously makes the wrong decision. But Sharpay was literally like getting him ready for his future. I mean, it got him a job, got him a summer job, and then
The absolute way
threw
that you're
him
so
a bone, threw him a bone and said, you know what? You can bring all your friends too. Whatever. Bring your friends.
That's not
like-
what she did. That is
Mr. G-
not what she did. That is grossly miscalculating who Sharpay is and what Sharpay's motives are. She did not want them there. She actively tried to get them to quit. That was her whole. She literally says, fine, if you can't fire them, make them want to quit. Direct quote from the movie. Okay? Because she was not expecting them. They were not supposed to be there. It was just supposed to be her and Troy. Then she has to find alternate avenues to steal someone else's man. And so what does she do? Flaunt her money in order to get these college scouts to take a look at him. This is not, she does not have Troy's best interest in mind. She has hers, because if she's able to introduce him to the scouts and be there with him with the scouts while everybody else is working, then she has that time with Troy so that she can steal somebody else's man. What movie were you watching?
I know what movie
Besides-
it could have become. And it could have
Yeah.
become Troy Bolton becoming the next Austin Reeves. But
Oh
now,
my
unfortunately, what I need
gosh.
to add to my ins and outs, you know what's out? High School Sweethearts. That's going to be another one that's on the out. And that's a perfect example right there. That's all I got to, that's my one contribution.
Is this what
to
the
that.
kids do? Is this what they do?
This is insane.
Clock
This
it.
is absolute madness. This is absolute madness.
Also,
Literally.
what did Gabriella do for Troy besides bring brownies from her mom? Which, by the way, she also gave to everybody else. If you remember when Ryan goes, "Oh, her mom's
She
brownies are the
didn't even-
best."
And he says, I know I've had them, because he's acting all jealous, but he's been running around with Sharpay, so he has no ground to be
He's-
jealous on. What are you
He's allowed to
talking
focus
about?
on. He's allowed to focus on
He's
himself.
not allowed to
for
be
once.
jealous. He
He's-
is not
he's
allowed to be
allowed to
jealous when
focus
he is
on
running
himself
around with
for
some
once.
other woman. What?
He's allowed to focus on himself for once. He is
Perfect.
You know? He's allowed.
But don't start
He's
acting
allowed.
jealous when Gabriella
al-
is bringing some other dude brownies. Because you out here taking every single offer that Sharpay's giving you.
Because
That's
it's for his
crazy.
best interest. He could have been full ride scholarship at the college of his dreams, starting point guard. Starting point guard. Oh, also giving golf lessons. Just epic dude alert. Like just super good at golf. I mean, and literally Gabriella's like, why won't you hang out with me? Oh, please. Are we kidding?
Unfortunately.
Okay, so number one.
Troy got her a job.
Okay, so number one, Gabriella doesn't really do that. Gabriella gets overwhelmed by all the pressure that Sharpay's putting on her and decides to leave. Troy's like, why are you leaving? And then she's like, because this is not what I signed up for. I thought we were going to have an epic summer with us, our friends, and all that stuff. But you're coming up here screaming at me because I'm bringing my mom's brownies to Ryan, and now Sharpay is all down my throat talking about how she won you. Okay, she can have you. Gabriella literally says you can have him. You can have him because it's not that serious, sis. Like I got a future for me. You want to secure his future? There, you can have it. The friends had literally had to be like, no, I swear he wants you. Actually, Gabriella was done the most dirty throughout every single one. They dragged that girl out of college to say, come to prom. Oh, no, they didn't. He went to her college to go to prom. Never mind. That's not
Yeah,
important.
remember
But she
when
was done the
just
most dirty.
Remember
Done the
when
most
she
dirty.
ran away right before like the high school prom? Remember she ran away and went to college early? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
instead of being there for Troy. I definitely remember that.
That's a little
Being
selfish.
No, I definitely remember that, like,
do-
plain as day. I remember her literally running away. Oh, I also remember I remember her getting him in trouble for jumping in the pool after dark and then going on the golf course when they weren't supposed to be. I remember her actually almost getting Troy fired after Troy
she
got her a
didn't
job.
almost get Troy fired.
Isn't that funny how we just leave that part out?
What I
I don't
wish.
Did
think
Hmm.
I don't think Gabrielle really likes him.
She
that's
likes the
all good and
idea of
well,
him.
but Troy likes her.
She likes the idea of him, I
I
think.
know.
What?
Troy's brainwashed. Troy's clearly not
By
a blind guy,
Gabriella.
which is fine. Which is fine. But
By Gabriella. Brainwashed by her.
yeah.
Troy
Now, I just wish
literally
Chad
fights
could have been there
tooth
to
and
say,
nail
"Focus
to
on
be with.
yourself, King." To
They
Troy.
they look, this is what I'm trying this is my main point.
Okay.
The
It
what's
continue.
what's the director's name? Danny Ortega?
Um um
Yeah, that's it.
Kenny Ortega.
Kenny Ortega. Clearly wants you to depict, wants you to think, oh man, Troy and Gabriella, it's Troy and Gabriella. Sharpay's obviously the antagonist. She's getting in the middle of them. But really, in real life, there was stuff going behind the scenes that you clearly didn't see, which is why it just blew up in that second movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly there's stuff that Gabriella and Troy weren't seeing eye to eye, and then they get out of school where they don't see each other all the time, and now they're at a job where they're doing different things, and Gabrielle couldn't handle that he had to focus on himself for a month. She couldn't handle it. She couldn't do it. And then she put stress on Troy. Then Troy's like, yo, what's going on? And then she goes, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Here's your necklace. My mom's going to pick me up in her 2006 Toyota sedan, and we're getting out of here. I'm going to go my own way. The song's called I Gotta Go My Own Way. So she got mad at Troy for focusing on himself and then said, I gotta go my own way and go to college and focus on me, Troy, because you're a bad person. Crazy,
No.
manipulative.
No.
It's crazy. And guess who was there for Troy during that tough time? Was it his boy Chad? No. It was Sharpay.
Do you want to know why Sharpay was there for him during the tough time?
No.
Because she created it. She literally created it. She is the one that created the tough time that Troy has. That's why she's right there. She literally said, oh, look, a cliff. Let me push you off and then run down and catch you in my nice little parachute made of my money.
Money talks.
She
Money laundering,
literally uses all of her money to manipulate. That is her
Money talks.
whole thing. Gabriella is not in the wrong because, number one, Gabriella didn't even want to audition for the musical. She
Then why
didn't.
did she?
She was like, no, I've got stage fright, all this stuff. And then she sees Troy and she gets this boost of confidence with Troy being there after they had sung at New Year's. And then she goes, you know what? I'll do it. And then have to do the pairs thing. It's all that whole thing. And then that freaks Sharpay out. Whole thing. Sharpay gets into her evil mode, sabotages their whole thing. It's all
remember when Gabriella missed his championship game? Do you remember that? Because she was in the middle of a science competition, and then they rigged the game to go sing. That could have lost him a scholarship. That could have got him kicked out for good.
Okay, both sides were technically in the wrong because it was just 50 Shades of illegal all the way over, but everything that they were doing.
They didn't do
but
anything illegal.
No, because that wouldn't have
illegal.
allowed Sharpay to reach her goals. In the first movie, her whole goal is getting the role that she wanted. And making sure that all of those things happened on the same day, which was Sharpay convincing the Starbus to move it up so that all three of those things happen on the same day, so they miss their audition, is Sharpay's goal. That's her plan, so that
Well,
she gets the role. That's it. High School Musical 2, her whole thing is that she gets to sing with Troy because she's like, wow, Troy's actually really talented, probably even more talented than my brother. I kind of want to be with him. I have a crush on him, but like also I want him to sing with me because if he sings with me, he'll fall in love with me just like he did Gabriella. What can I do?
that
Scouts, job, like I'm actually going to pull him away from his girlfriend and his friends for a whole summer so that we can work so that he can work right by me and help me out. Oh,
So we can lock
shoot,
in.
his friends are
So
there.
we can lock in.
Oh,
That's
his friends
exactly
are there.
what
What do
driven.
I do? Oh, wait. What if I promote him to being a golf coach? And then what am I going to do? I'm going to pretend like I don't know how to play golf. Oopsies. I don't know how to play. I need extra coaching because I'm awful. And I know your girlfriend's right there, but I'm over here and I don't know how to hit a golf ball. And then as soon as you walk away, just kidding. I've been doing this my whole life because I'm rich.
So what you're saying is she's driven and will do whatever it takes to win. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. And she's evil.
That's you know who else was like that?
The
Kobe
Joker.
Bryant. Kobe
That's
Bryant.
true. That's facts.
Lex Luthor.
Kobe Bryant. Number 24 in the Lakers, number 8 in the Lakers. One of the greatest ever to ever do it. Just
Dr. Doom.
driven. Will do whatever it takes to win. Look, Troy's got
Thanos.
basketball. Gabriella has her science decathlon, whatever. This is what Sharpay has. She's going to go perform. She's going to go sing and she's going to perform. Why do they need to go in there and get in her business? Why do they need to go into showbiz and steal the show? That's Sharpay's
Have you
thing.
watched these movies at all?
They have their things. They sang at New Year's. There's a good little karaoke. Good for them. Let's do our thing. Let Sharpay and Ryan have their Juilliard scholarship. Why? Because look, this is what happened to Sharpay. Like everyone depicts Sharpay as the villain.
Because she is. I've literally been
let-
explaining this the whole time.
But she's getting
movie is
painted as the villain.
The movie is from Troy Bolton's point of view. That it's from Troy and Gabriella's point of view. If you went from Sharpay's point of view, you would see she's worked her entire life to get to this point, and now we have these two hot shots threatening what she's worked so hard to get to, and she's not going to allow that to happen. So what does she do? She works her butt off even more to try and make sure that she reaches her goals and she goes to Juilliard and she gets that scholarship. And I think it's very, very inspirational. But we as the viewer just see it from, oh, Troy, oh, Gabriella, they love each other. No, they're taking away what Sharpay and Ryan have worked so hard for. And
Ryan turns on her in the second movie.
Ryan is soft. Ryan is soft, and we all know it. Okay, sure, he can throw. I guess he can hit a baseball. Good for him. But he is soft, and he lets them walk. He lets Gabriella walk all over him. Something
What in the world?
Troy wasn't willing to do, and something Sharpay wasn't willing to do. I shout out Sharpay for not just getting walked over and just allowing them to have that and being like, no. I worked so hard on this play. This is my life. You guys have your thing. You're going to take this from me? I don't think so.
So, what do you make of the ending of the movie, High School Musical 2? When Sharpay is left all alone and Troy says that he's not going to sing with her.
I think it's absolutely criminal and backstabbing. And that's Troy's heel turn right there. That's when Troy lost.
So then what do you make of the ending of the movie?
That's when he makes the wrong decision and goes, screw my career. I'm going to go be with this girl who just came back from college, who ran away to...
Oh, sorry, my bad. My apologies. That's not how the movie ends. The movie ends with him saying that he is going to sing with her, but he freaks out because she changed the song, but she didn't change the song. His friends changed the song.
Right. Manipulative.
So, you're right.
They backstabbed Sharpay after she worked so hard on this show, on her parents' resort, by the way. It's her show. Her parents pay for everything, and they go behind everyone's back and kick her off. Insane, by the way. Like, that's insane if you actually think about it. She literally put the entire show together as her show, And once again, who steals the show? Gabriella comes in, and Sharpay is left sitting there heartbroken, and she doesn't get to perform what she worked all summer for. And Gabriella gets to go to college early, break up with Troy, come back, still steal the show because she's selfish and it's all about her. Thank you. I rest my case, Mr. Lucaros. Anything you'd like to say on this matter?
I just wish that Chad was there to say, "Focus on yourself, King." That's all.
Chad
And I
was
wish
a
somebody was there for me
terrible
in that moment.
friend. Chad was a terrible friend, and I can agree with that statement.
I agree,
Sharpay
I
is the
agree.
villain, and she
Nope.
literally loses everything and everyone. And that's what it takes for her to become less of a villain. And so much so to the point where movie 3, she does her villain thing. Then she snaps out of it. Then she has to double down on it at the very end because there's another Sharpay that's threatening to take her place.
But at
Which
that
is
point,
even more dangerous to her because it's like Gabriella but evil.
but at that point, she's already lost, you know? Like the second movie, she already lost. And now she kind of is like, there's nowhere I can go. Like the end of the second movie is such a bad loss for her that she kind of goes into a depression and she kind of just can't be herself
Do you?
anymore. You know what I mean? And she's suppressed a
No.
little bit, which is sad to see in the third movie. But they give her a feud with a new. They have to give her a feud with a random new character.
Well, it's
Whatever. At least
not.
she's dating Zeke. I
That's
think her and Zeke are a great couple.
a very underutilized couple. However, I think the ending of 2 is a bad loss, but everybody welcomes her with open arms because they go, "Hey, like we know." Like everyone
It's
sees
like
through
Wicked. We
her.
killed the Wicked Witch. Oh, is she really wicked? No, she's misunderstood.
Yes! Yes! At every opportunity that she has, she is going to choose the path that she thinks is going to bring her the most joy, which never does.
Whatever.
Also,
At this
the
point,
song that she wanted to perform at the Star Dazzle Awards was terrible. It's a
Here we
deleted
go.
scene, but it's terrible.
Here we go. Talking about deleted scenes, Mr. Lucaros.
Okay,
about
I'm
deleted
sorry that I read the book. I'm sorry that I bring my textual evidence every single time.
You
Ugh.
read the High School Musical book. Didn't even know there
I
was a
actually
book.
do have one.
I was gonna say,
Oh, there's one in my
I didn't know there
classroom.
was one.
The book didn't come first.
Well, no. It's got all the behind the scenes extra stuff from the producers and all that good stuff.
But it's
yeah,
keyword extra deleted. Shouldn't even be talking. It's a deleted scene for a reason.
it's
Shouldn't even be
literally
mentioned.
it literally
she
gives
didn't-
context to the reason that Ryan turns on her.
But she didn't sing that song. She didn't sing it. It was deleted. Because so
yeah, it was deleted because
let's not just
it was a
badmouth her when it never happened.
but it literally gives context and explains more as to why Ryan didn't why Ryan turned on her and ended up playing baseball with everybody. But
I'm sorry, who sang Bop to the Top?
Ryan and Sharpay, what's the I don't understand.
That might be number one.
Really? That's your number one High School Musical song?
No, but it can be argued.
So you know what? Actually, can we for a quick minute? I just want to open this up because we never learn what the actual musical is about. We know that it's called Twinkletown, and we know that the two lead roles, Arnold and Minnie, are both like that's the roles that they're auditioning for. Are these characters named Arnold and Minnie? Sharpay and Ryan sing "Bop to the Top," and Gabriella and Troy sing "Breaking Free." I don't see a world where Arnold and Minnie as characters are singing "Bop to the Top" and "Breaking Free," and then somewhere in there, what I've been looking for is a song that appears. And so I can't figure out for the life of me what this story could possibly be about because these feel like very different characters. Because like a character that would sing "Bop to the Top" doesn't seem like the same one that would sing "Breaking Free." So I was just curious, has anybody ever thought?
I think that's a plot hole.
Is it?
That's what I think. And I think you caught them. I think they're like, you know what? Let's just show they're different. I think the whole point of their auditions was to show they're different types of performing. You know, how
Yeah.
Sharpay and Ryan are this, oh, bam, bam, we're here. And Troy and Gabriella are more like this elegant type, chemistry flowing, like love type performance, where Ryan and Sharpay are clearly like Hollywood, like very performative.
Yeah.
Because you think from a performance level, Sharpay and Ryan, they did the whole shebang. They got the
Oh
ladder,
yeah.
they're climbing, they
Their
got the
choreography is on
outfits.
point.
Troy and
Yeah.
Gabriella came late. They came last second, and then they sang. He took off his jacket, and they just did like a little. Oh, this sounds really good, but they didn't do a. I mean,
Yeah,
if
their
you really want
choreography was not good at all.
to, and again, goes back to my point.
Oh, I agree. Miss Darbus made a mistake in casting Troy and Gabriella.
100%.
I would agree. I will agree with that.
And I
I
think
cannot.
that
I
stems a
cannot.
villain arc. That stems, like, you're telling me if I'm Sharpay, I'm not brutally heartbroken and upset. Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
go get
so
mine. Like, I'm not gonna let her take everything from again. Gabrielle,
so
look, Gabrielle, Gabrielle did it in the first movie. She comes in last second and steals everything from Sharpay. First
so
movie, second movie, she does it every time.
yes, if you look at the first movie from Sharpay's perspective, that's what's happening. In actuality, that's not what's happening. Because number one, Gabriella comes in and has no vendetta against Sharpay. Sharpay has every vendetta against Gabriella. Why does Sharpay have a vendetta against Gabriella? Well, if we look
It's
at the
called
first
arrogance. It's called
introduction,
Gabrielle arrogance.
if we look
She
at the
doesn't
first
have
intro,
any vendetta because she thinks she's just the best and that she deserves this. But she doesn't. She doesn't work like Sharpay has. But
that's
that's what
not
Gabriella does because she's given everything in this movie. She's
Gabriella's
hand gifted everything.
Gabriella's whole character is trying to stay invisible. She literally says this from the beginning. She's literally starting off by reading a book and the spotlight gets turned on her and she's like, wait, what's happening? They throw
Don't
her on
buy it.
stage. She literally comes to the school and says, there's going to be no clubs for me for a while. I just am impressed by what the school is offering. Wow. Direct quote, by the way. And
Yeah, can
then
she
she
drop the
literally says,
nonchalant
I
more?
don't want to be the school's freaky genius girl again. Like, I want to be invisible. I don't want to be seen. And then Sharpay literally sees her and Troy talking and does her whole Sharpay thing because Sharpay is actually the person you're describing, the one who wants all of the attention, the one who wants everybody to know her name. That is her whole character. And she literally writes over the entire audition board her name because everybody needs to know that this is my domain. This is my place. This is me.
Because she
And
worked so
so,
hard to get there. It is her domain. You're
okay,
right. And Gabriella can drop the nonchalant act. She can drop it.
it's
Oh,
not.
I'm at a party reading a book. Grow up. Grow up. Oh, I'm at a party. Hopefully no one notices me reading this book. I'm so flippin' smart. Oh my. Oh, Troy?
She's forced to
Oh,
be.
me?
No, that is not what happened. She got
I'm
a
singing.
spotlight put on her,
Oh,
and
I can't.
they literally throw her on stage.
Guys, I can't possibly sing. I'm breaking free. Like, grow up. I'm tired of it.
It's actually the start of something new. Get your quotes right.
I mean, I'm just saying. But either way, like, guys, it's an act. And that's the whole thing. She acts like nonchalant and it's this arrogance and she's hand gifted
Literally
everything. She's dragged on stage, gifted the microphone. She's
gifted.
dragged into that production, hand gifted the role. Sharpay literally
She
practiced
wasn't hand gifted
24/7.
the role. Did you miss the montage where she literally had to work before school, after school, before basketball practice, after basketball practice, even during free period? That's a quote from Kelsey. I can keep coming with these quotes. I have the whole
For a
movie
2 week
memorized.
span. She worked hard for 2 weeks. Great. Sharpay worked hard since she was an infant.
Okay. It doesn't make her not a villain. Sharpay is a villain.
You can say whatever you want. I will never agree with. I'm going to think this way until I die, until I'm in the dirt. So I just have empathy. I just have empathy. You know what I mean? Like,
empathy for Sharpay?
100%.
She literally threatens the person who wrote
I'm not
all of the
allowed.
music
I'm
for this
not allowed
musical.
to be
She
empathetic. I'm not allowed.
threatened the person who wrote all of the music for this musical. Who
I
literally
mean,
said, "Hey, this is kind of a slow song," and she is like, "You do not offer direction, suggestion, or commentary. Are we clear?"
There's two sides to every story.
What?
thank you.
She literally threatened Kelsey. She is a
Kelsey's
massive
not my
villain.
favorite. Kelsey's
She
not
doesn't
my
have to.
favorite.
She
Quite
doesn't have
honestly.
to be a favorite. She didn't do anything. She was just like, hey, like I kind of pictured the song just a little slower, and she's like, shut up.
It's Sharpay's show. So you can shut it, honestly.
Kelsey wrote the music.
I know, but like that, whatever. Okay, I'm done.
I just want to say, Mr. G, I'm really proud of you for, standing up for what you believe in and standing on your opinion.
I hate this place so much.
You know what? And I
It
did
can be
it.
hard.
I know, and I did that for you. Like you inspired me at the beginning of this episode, and then when he was going to suppress me and not let, I decided, you know what? No, Mr. Lucaros wouldn't do that. Sharpay wouldn't do that. We're all the same. And maybe that's the real message of the holidays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have to break free of these chains and speak up for ourselves.
And everything that you believe in.
So kid,
That's what we're giving our viewers that's our gift to everybody, is the message that we
if
want to send
you
to
got
everyone.
one thing, if you got one thing from this chaotic episode of Lunchroom Lore, have it be that don't let anyone suppress you. Don't let anyone tell you your thoughts are wrong, and stand up for what you believe in. Because you earned those feelings and those thoughts. They're yours. Let them be heard. Speak up. Wow. This is one of our best episodes, I think.
Might be. And I know the viewers have asked me to speak more, and I'd really tried my best to do that today, but I didn't do it on purpose. There's just something I just felt internally coming into today, and I was just ready to go.
I'm curious to see how the viewers think about this Sharpay, because I think they haven't thought about it that way before, but I'm curious to see if maybe some of the points I made, they're like, hold on, maybe he's on to something. Maybe we need to look at this from a different lens.
I just hope that our viewers can provide more textual evidence to support their claims.
Here we go. Using LA
This is what I
teacher
hope.
terms.
This
Like I
is what-
didn't
this
do
is
that.
what I
Like I
hope.
didn't
This
give
is what I hope.
like I didn't give pin perfect points from the movie.
You literally did not.
Mr. Lucaros?
You did. Every single point. There was evidence for every single claim. As
Thank you.
you would, as Mr. Harris would teach to his students in language arts classes as they learn to write essays, right? Evidence for every claim. It wasn't just a
I have
claim and then we
evidence.
moved to the next
I laid
paragraph.
out the evidence. He was claiming my evidence was invalid and wrong because he saw it from a different point of view. But from my personal point of view, I used evidence and
This is a great example of you kind of displayed to our viewers what an argumentative essay looks like, especially when they get to the high school level where I'm at. You're really preparing them for that next level. Because regardless if the person who's grading your paper disagrees, as long as you can at least support your claim, introduce it, put direct things from the movie, then to support your argument, it's okay. Not every argumentative essay needs to be agreed with, but it's an argumentative essay nonetheless that you will have to write when you get to the high school level. I'm just going to say that now.
exactly.
So,
And I think I displayed, not to toot my own horn, but I think I displayed a way of how you can take a story that seems so concrete and you can find an argument in there. You can find an argument and I used evidence from the movies to support my argument. And now it's up to, the viewer, you can go with the basic, what they want you to think, or you could really get into the core values of what, of what should or could be thought. You know what I mean?
and You know, like you said, no matter who's grading that paper, as long as you have all that supporting evidence, they can agree or disagree, but you're still going to get 100%
Thank you.
if you follow the rubric.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Harris, anything else?
I you know what actually made me like even more mad than anything aside from the fact that your argument was terrible? Or sorry,
Go ahead.
not terrible. It was oh man. It was aside from the fact that your argument was wrong. It's just that it wasn't good. There were so many points that I was refuting with myself in my head that you didn't even bring up, and I was just so annoyed. I was like, why isn't he bringing this up? Like, why
I
didn't
didn't have to.
he
I didn't
why
have
didn't
to.
he cite this moment? Why didn't he cite that moment? Why didn't he cite this moment? And I was like, ugh, this is annoying.
Well, I didn't have to because I knew that you knew it was there. And
I needed the in-text citations because I had like even better refutes than the ones that I
I just
brought.
don't like, I'm pretty sure I literally gave specific examples.
Uh,
Like
you gave
getting caught and almost getting him fired, like running away to college and then coming back and stealing Sharpay's thunder. Oh, or in the first movie,
right.
coming in last second in her science thing, stealing Sharpay's thunder, or you know, everything being hand gifted to her, the whole nonchalant act being fake. I
I
just
think
don't.
I think the biggest point that I would have started with would have been Sharpay's parents because Sharpay's parents did her very very dirty in the very beginning of the movie of High School Musical 2 by actually hiring the rest of her classmates and
Well, because she
then
said get
telling her
Troy
that she
that
can't
animal
fire them.
dresser.
Huh?
Well, that was the only way Troy was going to take the job.
Yeah, well, yeah. Troy asked if his friends could do it, and then her mom literally said, "Yeah, bring them all. We'll have
I
all
thought that
Sharpay's
was the one
friends."
manager dude who did that. That was the parents
No,
who did
it
that.
was that was her mom because she goes to her mom and she goes, Gabriella Montez and the Wildcat. Like I got direct quotes all day. Gabriella Montez and the Wildcats. Mother, how could you?
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
she
again,
goes, "These are your
I
classmates, dear, not the fuddy-duddy lava spring staff." While she's doing yoga.
yep, and odds stacked up against Sharpay,
So
and
you
what did she
now
do?
have that, yes.
And
And
what
then
did
I
she
also
do?
would have taken more of a Miss Darbus route with your argument and seeing how
Well,
Miss
yeah,
Darbus fights against her. I think
yeah.
that too much of the emphasis on Gabriella being the villain is where I saw your argument not as strong as it could have been. I think Sharpay as the victim is a lot stronger of an argument
Okay, sure.
than Gabriella
And
as a villain.
but I think we
Because
can't
then you
let
paint
Gabriella get
Gabriella
off.
as what?
We can't let her get off the hook. We just can't.
Um, I see the
I
problem
can't. I
is
can't. Like, yes,
you
I
don't.
agree. But
I think
I agree. Sharpay
when
is
you
a true victim, but I think Gabrielle is a big part of that because everything's
yes,
hand
she's a
wrapped and
very
gifted to
huge
her.
antagonist for Sharpay. And I think that the problem is that when you paint her as a villain, though, you start looking a lot at Troy, and then you start over justifying some of Sharpay's actions in a way that feels gross, if that makes sense. When you start
I just
justifying
think
Sharpay's actions
Gabriella had
towards
every
Troy as
opportunity in
a
the world. I think
yes,
Gabriella had every opportunity in the world to go. You
I
know
love
what?
that. I
This
love
is
that.
Sharpay's thing.
I
Let me
love
stick
that.
with my thing. I think she had every opportunity to just be like, I'm going to do what I say I want to do and stay invisible and stay in with my science friends and do my science thing. But instead, at the end of the day, she's making the decision to not be invisible. And she's making the decision to go out and perform in this play and go out and steal Sharpay's role. Yes, Darbus does have the final say in that and is also a somewhat villain because I don't think her performance is better than Sharpay's in any means, but it is what it is. It's Gabrielle Montez. I guess she's Kim Kardashian of East High. I don't know.
Now you're cooking.
Thank you.
Because you even go further because you could even go further because you could even go to the point where you're at the end of Stick to the Status Quo is a pivotal moment where she has to decide, hey, I should probably back off. I've already made her upset with me. I've spilled my nachos that magically turned into cheese fries as they fell onto her, and I should probably back off. I know I really enjoy doing this. Maybe there's a smaller role that I could see if I could audition for.
Mm, yep, you're 100%. The set, like, literally, she could have easily been like, okay, I've obviously poked the bear. I'm in her realm. Let's, maybe I overstepped, but no, she said, no, let's actually put my foot on the gas and go all in. So, but hey, look, I mean, I could write a full on essay
I would
and
love to see
submit
it.
it. Like, that's
I
how
would love
much
to see it.
evidence I think I have on it.
I would love to see it.
So we can attack this another day. I'm gonna go rewatch the movie though. I'm gonna go
Oh,
rewatch
please
the
do.
movie
Please do. Because
because again, because you never answered what Sharpay did after her parents hired all the Wildcats and everyone betrayed her. What'd she do? Oh, she went out and performed the song "Fabulous" and put on an absolute
Oh, no, sorry.
show.
That was before she found out. Because at the very end, she sees Troy and goes, absolutely. And then at the
Oh, you're
very
right. You're right.
end,
You're
she
right. You're
sees that
right.
they're
You're right.
all there. And that's when she
You're
goes
right.
and talks to her mom.
You're right. But they would dim her thunder, right? Like she just put on this absolutely incredible performance. And then they're like, "Oh, here comes Gabriella."
Yeah, because at the end she does say, "I like what I see. I like it
Yeah.
a lot. This is
Mhm.
absolutely fabulous. It's just going to be us till the end of the summer." And then she sees Gabriella, not freaks out. So it does get messy. It gets messy because Sharpay is kind of messy, but you
It's a
could
tragedy.
also make no, it gets gross because you could make the argument that Sharpay had Troy first, but she really didn't. But she definitely tried early,
Yeah.
and there was no interest there. I mean, his friends dog her in the first movie,
I know, they're bullies. Thank you. They are. They bully her. She is a
but they
victim.
would never
You're right.
let. Yes. I see. Again, when you go from the victim angle, it's
Yeah, I mean, there's
crazy.
no need for them to say the comments they do to her at all. There
Yeah,
actually isn't. Like they're
nor she
actually
spent the
bullies.
holidays shopping for mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, come on. Like that's pretty mean to say.
the Ice Queen's returned from her palace.
Yeah. Joshua, you're 100% right.
I,
I should have went from
this,
the
yeah,
victim route more. I guess that is how I feel more, but I still think Gabriella isn't innocent.
I like isn't innocent, but when you try to go villain, again. It does get
Sure.
messy. But
Sure.
I'm interested to see if you can make a good. It gets messy though because
But
Sharpay is
the
kind of gross.
title Gabriella is the villain will catch the eye. Like
That's
when we
true.
post this on TikTok and it says, "Is Gabriella the villain?" Like if people are gonna be like,
Oh yeah.
"What?"
And that's what gets them to click on the video.
That's right.
Same thing with the kids using the hook on the essay. That is taught by one of our great language arts teachers, Mr. Harris. But
That's
not
mean.
sure how much
Actually, you know
he.
what's actually funny with hooks? I actually use YouTube videos to teach hooks.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Spoiler alert
It's
to the
actually a
kids
great
that have me
idea.
in class. As we write essays next quarter, we're going to be looking at YouTube videos and taking a look at how they use hooks in order to create our essays. So that's kind of
That's
cool.
actually really creative. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm sorry we didn't have time to get to your presentation that I was really excited to hear.
It's all good because, if anything, what I'll leave everybody with, and any of our viewers today, I'm gonna add it to my outs. What's out? High school sweethearts. And the last thing, just don't be afraid to stick up for what you believe in, like what me and Mr. G did today. That's all I got to say. And I wish everybody a happy holidays. And we look forward to seeing you again in the new year. And we'll see you next time here in the lunchroom.
in the lunchroom. Oh, I forgot to hit stop recording.